Hi, so I'm back. I was trying to record a different audio. It was made audio, but there's this just insanely annoying washing machine alarm going in the background. They can't record it, so I'm just waiting for the alarm to go off. It will probably not be picked up, but honestly, I care about it, so I don't want it to be there. So I'm just recording this ramble instead. So hi, I'm back. I will be now regularly be posting. I don't care what happens in my college. So let's talk about why I was missing. So I got very stressed. First of all, that was the main reason I wasn't able to record. I wanted to record a lot of stuff, but I was very stressed, and because of that I just couldn't record. Like, I couldn't physically get up and record. I don't know, this happens to me. It stress a lot whenever even when I was younger and would go to exams, because in our college there are no exams, there are presentations instead. It's a design college. So in our school, whenever I had exams, I was a very I was a very good student, as in the sense, like, I was quite bright, I guess. Not bright, that sounds really weird. I used to score very good in exams, and that was mostly because I don't know, it just felt easy for me. I don't know, but the point is that even then, even after knowing that I'm going to score good in every exam, before exams I would get this like gut wrenching feeling, like just this weird stress feeling. I wouldn't eat for that day usually, because I just couldn't, like, it just wouldn't feel good. And the same thing happened to me, and this time it was actually problematic, because I was actually falling behind on work a lot. So I'll slowly speak now, because I realized that I'm speaking very quickly. So I was basically taking a break to catch up on all the work. It Now that I have caught up somewhat, I'm like 50% of the way there. I still need to work a lot, but now I'm more confident that I'll be able to manage that without having to sacrifice on making audios, because this I do genuinely love. I wanted to say one thing. Also, sorry if you hear some background noises, but honestly, like, last day I tried recording like 7-8 times last day and just couldn't record anything. So I'll just finish this recording no matter what, and post it. So if you hear some audio, whatever, I'm sorry. Next time it will be better, I promise. I was one of the other reasons that I stopped making audios for some time was I got very stressed, very upset on the audio quality of my last audio. It was me reading Pride and Prejudice, I think chapter 8 or 7. And I realized after I had uploaded audio and video that it was not good. Like, there was some clipping or whatever. So I spent yesterday whole day just figuring out how to do proper audio, and I think I figured it out. But this is not something people should care about. Like, you shouldn't, if you're listening to this and you're going into audio or whatever, you please don't care about this. Listening to voices is always fun, and even if the mic is like not the best quality, I wouldn't disencourage people from posting audios. But for me, it's just a personal thing that I don't like. Like, if I make an audio, I would love if people could hear my voice clearly. And I am fortunate enough to have that time and energy to spend to clean up the audio. But yeah, no pressure in anyone. It's okay, whatever. I'm rambling now. So I guess that's the point of this audio. Anyway, so because of that, I was kind of upset with myself, and I decided to take a break, learn a bit more on how to do stuff audio related, and now I'm back. So still the audio, by the way, the ridiculous water machine or whatever it is, tune is going off. If it doesn't stop by the time I'm done with this audio, I will have to just break the washing machine, like just take it apart, throw it outside the window or something. But yeah, okay. So I made notes on yesterday. I was trying to talk about. Okay, so one more thing that I wanted to just re-mention, I guess, is that I made this audio channel, or whatever you want to call it, specifically with the purpose of meeting people who are like-minded and talking to them. So if you ever feel like talking to me related to my audience, if you think that my audience relate to you in any way, or you just want to talk to me, I feel like a person you would like, sure, I am always open to talk to people. I'm a jobless person, so I have a lot of time in my hands. So yeah, please feel free to reach out to me. Now, so I made a lot of topics because I was finding it difficult to talk about stuff. So I'll just go through it. Okay, so let's see. I have this notepad thing open, so you'll probably hear a few clicks or something. Sorry about that. I'll start with food related problems. I have just noted this down. So what happened, I'm a kind of underweight person. I don't eat food that much. The only food that I really like to eat is non-veg. I'm sorry if someone is vegan or whatever. I did try to give up non-veg food because of the animal cruelty and all that, but the where I live, it's like it would be unhealthy for me or very expensive for me to give up non-veg food. Yes, I do like the taste of non-veg food, and that's one of the primary reason I consume it. And I would love to give up non-veg food, because there are people who care about this so much, right? And I would love to support those people by whatever I can do. But as a college student, it is really, really difficult to give up on non-veg food. And I grew up in a family where non-veg is like the main meal of the house, so we can't really do anything about it. But yeah, if you are vegetarian or vegan, respect. And yeah, so going back to the food related problems I was talking about, I have a massive problem where I cannot eat food that's plain. So if the food is not tasty, I just skip meals. That's obviously not good for my health. I have been trying to not do that as much as possible, and I end up usually ordering something from the outside, like Zomato or whatever, and it's becoming more and more expensive. I've tried to keep it in check as much as possible, but it does go out of hand somewhat. So I basically talked to my mom and asked her for advice on what to do about this, and she was like, she recommended me this medicine. She was a nurse, so she recommended me this medicine. It's basically vitamin B6, B12 and some other vitamins and stuff, and it's supposed to induce hunger to some degree. I'm not sure what exactly is the purpose of the medicine. So I've been taking that for like a few months, and I finished it, like one bottle of it. So I went to go get another, and basically went to shopping. And during that, I also asked her, she also advised me on taking cookies and stuff. So basically I went to bakery and bought some cookies and some like light snacks, and she asked me to keep these in my room, and whenever I feel a bit hungry, I just eat them. And it is a very nice solution. Like, it does, can you hear that? I hope not, but it does kind of induce me to eat more, because stuff is just lying around, right? And most of it is kind of tasty, so I do end up eating more than I would usually. But yeah, going shopping was kind of nice. I went out alone. Usually I don't do that. I don't like going alone outside or going outside in general. But I went alone, and I was just talking to my mom the whole like way. And yeah, I just talked to her, bought some cookies and stuff, came back. It's nice. It's a very crowded area. So India, if you don't know, it's known for being one of the most crowdiest place. It's the second, I think it has surpassed China for having the most population. I hate that fact. I believe that most of the problems are generated by having more population. Like, the solution to almost every problem that as a society we face can be boiled down to just have less people. That's just my stance, conspiracy theory, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so this happened. I like going to shopping. I like window shopping a lot. I specifically like window shopping for toys, and toys as in like more mechanical kind of toys. So this would include sorry again for the audio, but this would include something like robots, like remote control cars, remote control robots, headphones, so electronics, so laptops, headphones, iMacs or whatever. I'm not a fan of like MacBooks and stuff, but I still do like looking at them, and window shopping basically, right? Looking at different I am getting closer to the mic, looking at different stuff. So yeah, that's always nice. Yeah, malls. That also reminded me of movies, right? So I didn't watch Barbie and Oppenheimer, and my friend really wanted to watch TMNT. There was a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I've never really been a fan of it or anything, but I still wanted to watch it with him. He ended the movie actually ended up, getting removed from the theaters earlier than he expected, so we ended up not watching it. We have downloaded the movie, so we'll probably watch it in our classroom or whatever, but yeah, it was kind of unfortunate. I really wanted to watch Oppenheimer. Not really wanted to watch, but I would have watched Oppenheimer if it wasn't this expensive. I don't know why, but I mean, I know exactly why, because these theaters are quite good. They have a very high quality of everything, the audio, the visuals, and in general the cleanliness of it. Cleanliness. But these are like just ridiculously expensive. These are like buying an entire food or something, like, I don't know. But I don't mind it necessarily, going every once in a while, but this has certainly reduced the number of films I'm willing to watch in a year, which was already very low. Like, I already watched like one or two movies in an entire year, if the year was going good in the sense like there were good movies being released that year. So yeah, I haven't seen Barbie. I will probably at some point, but probably will take some time. But yeah, also TMNT reminds me and my friend. So one of my friends had her birthday, and we decided to come and play TMNT the game in our PC. It's a basically shout out to call back to old games. So if you have played some of the old console games, there was a TMNT game in the old consoles, and it was basically a beat 'em up. So what a beat 'em up is, like, you control a character or maybe two characters if it's a multiplayer game, and you go through a lot of different enemies and kill them. It's very simple. There's not much of substance to it, but it is fun to do it with your friends, and it was so much fun. Like, it's such a simple game, but as soon as you make a game multiplayer, it just brings so much fun to that, right? I really do hope that co-op games become more of a thing, because co-op games are like the only way video games can survive in a harsh market. Like, if a game is co-op, it will be fondly remembered. Like games like CS:GO or whatever, like, they survived so long, not specifically just because they're co-op. I mean, they're technically player versus player multiplayer, but they also survived because they are, you play with other people, and it manages to create experiences that you would never get in a single player game, right? I mean, you could get, but not to the same level of success. So I really do hope that co-op games become more and more popular. If you want some co-op games, there are every Lego game has a co-op mode. There's a studio, I'm forgetting the name, but they have made both It Takes Two. Wait, was it? One studio made It Takes Two and A Way Out. Both of these games are made specifically for co-op. They're split screen games, and it's a story based co-op game. Me and my sister played It Takes Two because A Way Out was not. Oh my god, they're playing music in the background now. Are you serious? I can never record this audio, can I? Anyways, the audio, the washing machine tune is still going, by the way. I will go insane. But anyways, so It Takes Two is a more of a child-friendly game. Not child-friendly game, but like a childish game. The aesthetics and the story is actually quite mature, but the aesthetic is kind of childish. Like, it's cartoonish, and I shouldn't say childish. I should say cartoonish instead. But A Way Out is a much more serious kind of game. Like, it is about two people breaking out of a jail, but I couldn't get to play it because it's on PlayStation and I have only a PC. Speaking of which, also just to mention a few other co-op games, there's Enter the Gungeon. There's Spelunky, I believe, is a co-op player. there is obviously TMNT, the one that I said. I don't remember the name, but if you search TMNT new game, you will find it. What are the games? Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is also a split screen co-op. I'm messing up my words so much, but it's a split screen co-op, couch co-op, which is very rare. Like all of the games I've mentioned are couch co-op games, not just co-op. There are a lot of co-op games. One that comes to mind is Wolfenstein: The New Order, was it, or The New Blood? Wolfenstein: The New Blood was a co-op game, but it was not couch co-op. And every Far Cry, I think, since 3 has been co-op. But couch co-op means that you can basically play it on a single computer with 2 people. There are workarounds. There is something called a Neutron something, which basically allows you to play any game that is multiplayer in a single PC. So you can run 2 instances of that game and play it with your friend. Obviously, it takes a lot of power to run. But it is one option. If you want games like GT or Saints Row, you can play with your friends in the single PC. Going back to couch co-op, obviously couch co-op is what I was talking about when I said co-op. These games are so much fun. Every game that I mentioned was a couch co-op game, and me playing obviously couch co-op. I should mention that any fighting game, so Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter, any of these games you can consider a couch co-op game, because you are able to play it with your friend. Even though they are technically not co-op, they are like PvP. But anyways, so talking about which, I wanted to talk about the games that I like. So recently I love, first of all, stealth games. Stealth games is the genre that I love the most. I can only imagine how much loud it would be after noise cancelling, but anyways, stealth is my favorite genre. I don't know what about stealth makes it so appealing to me. Maybe it's because it's, just outsmarting someone, and that's something that I really like in real life. Not deceiving people, that I think is very immoral, and I do not like doing that. But outsmarting people, in a game or something, in a setting where it's okay to outsmart other people. So stealth games, obviously there is Splinter Cell. I have only ever played Blacklist. I never got the chance to play the older ones. Hitman, I started with Absolution. I realize that a lot of this might be just completely senseless to anyone, but I hope you at least enjoy listening to my voice, even with the audio in the background. But so Splinter Cell, I only played Blacklist and I loved it. Tom Clancy Ghost Recon, I played, I think, one of them. I can't remember which one. Was it Winter Soldier or something like that? No, that was a Captain America movie. But I loved that game, but I never finished it. Then there is Hitman. So I played Hitman Absolution, and the funny thing is that I played Hitman Absolution, and ask anyone who has played the series, and they'll say that Hitman Absolution is not a Hitman game. It's a completely different game. It just has the name Hitman, the characters and stuff, but it shouldn't be called a Hitman game. If you are new to Hitman, you shouldn't play that game. And the funny thing is that I started playing that, right? But after I finished it, I was like, there is no way this is the actual Hitman experience. I need to get the actual Hitman experience. And years later, I played Hitman 1, the one released later. It's basically a reboot, and it's released in 2013, if I'm not wrong. 2013 or 2018, I'm forgetting, or maybe 2015, something like this, very late. Then you have so I played Hitman 1, 2, I didn't play 3, it was too big for my PC. I played Hitman Blood Money, and I loved all of those games. I loved Blood Money more than I did Hitman 1 and 2, the newer ones, because I thought that it was much more compact. It felt much more, I don't know, it just felt more personal for some reason. I mean, obviously because it's much more smaller. I also tried to play Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. This is the original second Hitman, but it was just beyond bad. Like, the controls were bad. The gameplay, I'm sure, must have been good. And not the gameplay, but the game itself. But the gameplay was just horrendous. It's outdated as hell. I cannot play it. But still, respect to the game. But yeah, other games would be Dishonored. I'm trying to finish it. I have not played it in quite a long time. I do play Valorant a lot. That's one of my most played games. I wouldn't say favorite. I don't really call games my favorite games. I don't know why, but yeah. Same with movies. If you had asked me what my favorite movie is, I probably would say Inception, but I don't really call Inception my favorite movie because I don't know. But yeah, anyways, what are the games? I loved Elden Ring, even though I didn't play it too much. I loved the release of Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3 and Baldur's Gate 3 and what was it, Mortal Kombat 1. These games released in such a spectacular manner, like after Cyberpunk 2077 and even Starfield to some degree. These games released in somewhat of a buggy fashion, right? Starfield I can kind of excuse because it's by Bethesda. They're known for releasing games like this, and given the scope of the game, I really can excuse it very easily. And people have been saying that it is not that buggy. I mean, people will always complain. People online always complain. There is no, there will always be someone who is annoyed at you for some reason. If you have received any negative or harmful comments, or in real life, in online, anywhere, please, I am here to tell you that it's not. They don't know you, so don't take it too seriously. I know it's kind of also mean of me to say that just ignore it or don't, but it is something that I learned slowly, that it's best to leave those people alone. If it's best to leave those people in their own bubble, doing whatever they're doing, spreading mean comments. They don't know what they're talking about. They genuinely don't know what they're talking about. Anyone who knows what they're talking about will choose not to be mean, will choose not to be hurtful. So yeah, anyways, a weird tangent, but these games released in a very bad manner. Cyberpunk 2077, No Man's Sky, Starfield to some degree, not too much, and other games, Ubisoft games specifically released in a finished but like meh state. But I loved the way Elden Ring and games like these released. These also had bugs, but they were released in such a confident manner. Like if you see Mortal Kombat, they teased the game and immediately after they showed the release date. It was so sudden, it was so quick, it felt so confident from them, and the game released with, there was a small period of beta and then it just released, right? Counter-Strike 2 on the other hand, if you see, they said that it will release in summer of 2023, and it's almost about to end the summer, and they have still not released it. So compared to that, Mortal Kombat 1 did a really good job. You can argue the same for a lot of games in the past few years, but these just came to mind. No one really seems to be talking about this, the practices that these companies are following, and I'm really proud of them. So yeah, that's very nice. How long is this? Oh, this is 22 minutes. I had more topics to talk about, but I think I'll just keep it for. I'll just wrap it up for now. I do have to work for my video games. I'll be making some new art and stuff. Maybe I'll record myself talking during making the art. But yeah, and if you're still listening to this for whatever reason, if you have talked to me, if you're just listening to me, if you have interacted with me in any way, listening to my audio, looking at my profile, whatever, first of all, welcome to my profile, I guess. Second, I want you to know that I am really glad and honored to some degree that you checked out my profile and stuff, that you felt that I was interesting enough or whatever to spend some of your time on me. I am very intimate kind of person, so I get attached to people really easily, which is a bad thing. I understand that, but as I said, I'm here to meet like-minded people. So I'm here to meet people who get attached easily. Not a very good trait. I'm not condoning this in any way, but if you feel like talking or whatever, I'm always up. And please take care of yourself. There's insanity going on outside. I cannot record the audio that I planned today. It's so sad. But anyways, it's also very hot while I record because I have to turn off the fan. But yeah, if you're listening to this, I really hope that something good happens to you today. Something that's that makes your day better. And yeah, please take care of yourself. And yeah, goodbye. Mwah.